Hi, my name is Mr. Chun. Welcome to my study room. Today I'm solving objective questions 17, 30, 37, and 46 of the 2023 WASSCE General Mathematics paper written by Nigeria. I choose to put these questions together because they appear to be on the same topic. Right. Let's take the very first one, which is question 17, and it says that in the diagram, O is the center of the circle NST. Segment NT equals segment ST, and angle NTS equals 36 degrees. Find the measure of the angle marked T. Right. There are two ways we can solve these questions, or at least two ways by which we can solve this question. I'm going to take the shortest option since this is just an objective question. That will be based on the fact that RSV and RNM are tangents to the circle, since a tangent is a straight line which touches the circumference of the circle. So if RSV is a tangent to the circle, then it means that the angle between the tangent and this chord SN, which in this case is the T, will be equal to the angle the chord SN subtends at the opposite segment of the same circle, which is the angle at T here, or NTS, the 36. So if that is the case, then it means that the angle T equals 36 degrees, which is option A. As simple as that, but I can still explain though. Right, so everything I just explained what I've written. RSV is a tangent to the circle. So if that is it, then together with the chord NS, the angle between them is the same as the angle the chord subtends in the opposite segment of the circle. That means our answer is 36. But for those who may want to work it a little longer, we can choose an alternative method. So with that, we'll say that if O is the center of the circle, then taking the chord NS, this angle NOS will be twice the angle NTS, which is one of the circle theorems. Let me write that quickly. Right, so that is it. If this is the center of the circle, then the angle NOS will be twice angle NTS, and that will give us 72, which is 36 times 2. Right. Then also, if O is the center of the circle again, then it means that the segment NO and OS are also congruent or equal, since each of them is the radius of the circle. And that also means that this angle here will be equal to this angle here, because triangle NOS is an isosceles triangle. Let me write that. So let me explain that. Triangle NOS is isosceles, so angle OSN will be equal to angle SNO. I explained that earlier at the top here already. So this angle here and this one here will be congruent. So if they are congruent, then I can just say that twice angle OSN, since they are the same, so twice of this will represent the two of them, plus 72, which is the angle here, will be equal to 180 degrees, which is the sum of angles in the triangle. Then solving further, twice angle OSN will be equal to 108 degrees, and dividing both sides by 2, angle OSN will be equal to 54 degrees. But that 54 degrees is just here, but then we are looking for T, which is outside that. But why are we doing that? This is a tangent, so the radius OS will be perpendicular to it, which is another circle theorem, that any line through the center of a circle is perpendicular to the tangent to the circle. So it means that T plus OSN will be equal to 90 degrees. So that is what I'm going to do now. Right, so these two, like I said, should be equal to 90 degrees. So if we know this to be 54, then 54 plus 36 will be equal to 90, which is the same as the very first one we got. So whichever one is okay for you, you choose that. Let's get on to the next question. Question 30 says that in the diagram, segment NR is a diameter. Angle MNR equals x degrees and angle SRN equals 5x plus 20 degrees. Find the value of 2x. If NR is the diameter to this circle, then this angle here, NMR, is a right angle, which is another circle theorem which says that the diameter of a circle subtends a right angle at the circumference of the circle, or the inscribed angle of a diameter is 90 degrees. So if that is it, then it means 90 degrees plus x plus this angle should give us 180 degrees, which is the sum of interior angles of a triangle. And the angle NRM will be 180 degrees minus 5x plus 20. So let me write everything I've said so far. Right. So if angle NRM equals 180 minus 5x plus 20, because angles on a straight line is 180 degrees. So if this one alone is this, then 180 minus 5x plus 20 will give us what is left. So mean that this side is 160 minus 5x. And now when we add the three of them, it should be equal to 180 degrees, the sum of interior angles of a triangle. So that is just what I'm going to do. Right, so let me explain. Like I said, we just added all of them, equated it to 180. 250 minus 4x will be equal to this. But when I get here, remember the question asks us to solve for 2x. So we don't need to solve for x before multiplying it by 2 again. So I just divided the 4x by 2, which will give us the 2x, and that gives us 35 degrees. And that is option B, the answer to this question. Let's move on to the next question, which is question 37. And question 37 reads that in the diagram, O is the center of the circle QRS and angle SQR equals 28 degrees. Find angle ORS. So we'll start right from here that if O is the center of this circle, then the angle SOR will be twice the angle SQR, which is 28 degrees. So that is going to give us 56 degrees here. Then triangle SOR is isosceles because this is the radius of the circle and this is also the radius of the circle, and that means the angle here and the angle here are going to be equal. So twice angle ORS plus 56 should give us 180 degrees, which is the sum of interior angles of a triangle. And when we simplify that, that should give us our answer. So let's go ahead and do that quickly, and then I explain. Right, so I just wrote everything I said earlier, that triangle SOR is isosceles, and that means that angle RSO, which is RSO, will be equal to ORS, which is at R. Then if that is the case, then angle SOR plus angle RSO plus angle ORS will be equal to 180 degrees, which is the sum of interior angles of a triangle. And then since this and this are the same, I decided to use twice ORS to represent the two of them, since ORS is what we are solving for. So angle SOR is 56, then plus twice ORS, which we are solving for, should give us 180 degrees. So simplifying further, angle ORS is 62 degrees, which is option B. So that is the answer to our question. Let's move on to the next question. And question 46, which is the last for today, says that in the diagram, M and R are points on the circle center O. Angle ORN equals 48 degrees and angle RNM equals 124 degrees. Find angle OMN. Looking at this question, I think the easiest thing for us to do would be to extend this side and then this side to get a cyclic quadrilateral. Let me call this vertex S. So if this is a cyclic quadrilateral, then angle MSR and angle MNR are supplementary, meaning when you add the two of them, they should give you 180 degrees. So angle MSR will be equal to 180 minus 124, and that is 56 degrees. So this angle will be 56 degrees. Then another second theorem says that twice of this angle should be equal to the angle here. So angle MOR will be equal to 2 times 56, which is equal to 112 degrees. So this angle is 112 degrees. Then now we can concentrate on quadrilateral MNRO. And again, we know that the sum of interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. So that means that angle OMN plus 124 plus 48 plus 112 should be equal to 360 degrees. Again, this is the sum of interior angles of a quadrilateral. So that means that angle OMN plus 124 plus 48 plus 112 will give us 284 equals 360. Subtracting 284 from both sides, we're going to have 360 minus 284, and then that will give us 76 degrees, and that is option A. I hope this lesson has been of help to you. If yes, then kindly consider subscribing to this channel for more videos like this. Till we meet again in my study room. Bye bye.